Hi y'all, my name is Shatta Movement. I'm here with Shem, the founder and generator of the Shatta Movement. There's been a lot of rumors in town actually. We don't know who owns Shatta Movement, who brought it up, and who is roaming around town with the meaning Shatta Movement. Does it even have a meaning? Does it have a foundation? Does it have a founder? This is the man Shem. He says he brought Shatta Movement. Without Shem, there wouldn't have been anything like Shatta Movement. So why don't we walk in with Shem and ask him some more than questions? Thank you.
Yes, we'll cut be the working class.
So before we wait up.
Yeah, man. What's up? You've been in the studio since yesterday?
Yeah, man, I slept in, you know?
You finished your song?
Yeah, I've been.
I see you have some homies in here trying to build up music day in, day out.
Yeah, I got lots of homies.
This looks like a very small place. How did you manage to create a studio out of this small place?
It wasn't easy at all because from the beginning my family didn't even support the fact that I wanted to be a musician and I wanted to create a studio out of this. This used to be a garage and my brother's car used to be here, and before he let go of this we had to have a family meeting, and I had to speak to Sly. Even before then, Sly took me to Hammer last year, and then we recorded some songs with Kwao Kese.
I hear you mentioning Sly.
Yes.
I barely know who Sly is.
Sly is my dude, you know, my brother from another mother. But now things is really complicated because of this Shatta Wale and Juwade issue, you understand? It's not really been easy for me, but I'm just a very calm guy and I'm very patient. So I accept what comes in my way. I'm a Raji and we Rajis are really blessed, you understand? But being blessed, so many fortunate things have happened to me. Same time, unfortunate things, like when I was expelled from school by the administration.
Really?
And yes, they didn't come.
Let's save that story. Go in, grab a seat so you tell us more. But before that, I see this.
Yeah, this is Shatta Movement. Yeah. I engineered this, and these are my palms. And this is the very foundation that Wale walked through.
So your palm fits into this?
Yes, it fits.
Can we find out?
Yeah, you can see it.
Perfect.
Yeah, like this.
That is awesome. How long has this been here though?
It's been here ever since, you know. I wish I had written the date, but I don't really remember.
Like it's been over 5 years?
Yes, it's been over 5 years. Yeah, so many guys walked through here. Yeah, even Kina Isuba passed through here. Yeah.
Right, let's go in and have a picture.
Yeah, alright, man.
Except
For life.
father.
These are the things that.
Yeah, as I know. So finally we're in the studios of Shem, Shatta Movement, and it's quite amazing how he's been able to turn such a small garage into a wonderful studio. You can tell by the beauty of the place. Now Shem, we'd like you to start from Genesis, if I can use that word. The whole foundation of Shatta Movement, the stages of Shatta Movement.
Okay. Actually, SM started in the year 2006, and that was about the same year that I met Sly Shot. Okay. So I was then working just right in front of my house in my brother's boutique. But I used to see Sly passing around in his Murano, and I aspired to be a musician actually. So I thought if I approached him, he would be able to help me. So I tried so many times to no avail. So one day he called me himself and he was like, "Hey bro, why don't you call me no more?" I'm like, "Charlie, I did call you, be like I did worry you and things." So He's like, no, man, you can come to my crib. So I went to his house, and that was when everything began, the process. He started motivating me, giving me change, as an artist, you need all this kind of support, because a talent without money sometimes could be talent wasted. So we had to go to Hammer to record my first single with Kwao Kese. That was Owo by then in 2000 and getting to 2007.
So as you said, Sly took you to Hammer Studios.
Yes.
So you mean Sly was a very good friend of yours?
Yes, he was even before then, I've been going to Hammer Studio. He doesn't even mind me. I give him my CD and he's like, oh, this one, Seth, I don't go listen to him. You understand? Yeah, but
So
when I took Sly to him with all the flashy cars and all that, then he started listening to my music, and when I call him, he picks up. Sometimes he call me himself and tell me to come over to the studio. So actually, Sly took care of the bills at the studio at last two, and then we recorded the song. But at the end, I didn't have the final product because Sly had his own aspirations to make large money and make this a very big movement. By then, the studio name was Sly ENT, as you can read online now. They talk about it online.
So Sly's name seems to be popping up in all the questions and answers that you're giving to me.
Yes.
So does that mean that Sly brought you up? Did Sly train you in any way?
Sly brought me up, but actually the street trained me.
The street trained you?
Yes, the street. Because I left school and I had to hustle on the street. I used to walk miles to Awoshi, Kaswa, sometimes, use trotro, sometimes go very far to Anungwa, just to visit studios and, try to get my talent out there. But the engineers, they like to exploit you, the artist, like, man, you gotta pay. That's why I said earlier on that talent with no backup is like, man, it could die in no time.
So when did this whole Shatta Movement emerge? Was it after you had left Sly Studio, or after you had left Sly ENT?
Well, Sly ENT evolved into Shatta Movement.
Okay. I'd like to find out how the name Shatta Movement emerged.
Well, Shatta is a rebellious word, and but in this case, we are rebelling against evil. We are rebelling against the denial for the ghetto youth, the boys who have talent, who like to explode, like broadcast their talent to the world. You understand what I mean? So because we found out that these boys don't get help, and Sly motivated us, and then he got us the studio. So we helped them. When they come around, we recorded them, we pushed them. But I didn't have the chance to go out there because Sly always, I was always depressed, like, Shem, don't do this, Shem, don't do that, Shem, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And everybody around me is like, man, you owe this guy because he pulled you out of a very difficult situation. Because it's not easy for somebody to just come and then push money into you.
So, in other words, would you say Sly was more like a godfather?
Yes.
Sly, in your music career?
Yes, Sly was a godfather. And I also call myself a godfather because I and my father are one. You understand? Sly always told me that whenever they want to see him, when they see me, it's enough for him.